Naturally, Andrew. I did it for your own benefit. We'll come to our chocolate break momentarily, but we have to talk about phytoceramides and algal DHA, especially this time of year.
We're nearing the end. This is a little winter special we did, so we're going to be nearing the end of the winter special. And the reason why I did this is we always talk about phytoceramides in terms of moisturizer to the skin.
Right.
In fact, a lot of topical skin products contain ceramides because ceramides are, in terms of the internal structure of our skin, that's the natural moisturizing molecule that our skin uses internally. Our skin doesn't use ceramides externally to moisturize itself. We might if we apply them.
Sure.
So if we want to enhance our skin's natural moisturizing process, and mind you, our skin's natural moisturizing process is not about us looking good. It's not about vanity. What it is about survival, because we need to hold on to moisture. And the stratum corneum of our skin, where the phytoceramides or ceramides are found in abundance, that is where our skin is keeping the moisture in. So it's important. I drink fluid throughout the day. It's important to hydrate. If you want to have great looking skin, if you want to avoid the crepey appearance of skin, you know, it happens with age, but make sure you're well hydrated. It's, if you want to understand how important hydration is, I've always said this, just go in a hospital and look at someone who's dehydrated.
Right.
And you'll make sure for the rest of your life, if you want your skin to look good, you'll make sure that you adequately hydrate. But once you adequately hydrate, getting your skin to have those visible benefits is all about keeping the moisture in, and that's where ceramides come in. And ceramides topically, like any oil-based molecule, it'll have a moisturizing feel. It'll have an emollient feel. Is it moisturizing your skin? No. If you truly want to moisturize your skin, which means holding on to the hydration your body has, that requires that ceramides be delivered to the stratum corneum. They can't be delivered to the stratum corneum from the outside. It doesn't work. The only way you deliver them to the stratum corneum, which this ingredient has been proven to get delivered to the stratum corneum, is by ingesting them.
Okay.
And this ingredient comes from a very sophisticated company in France that did all the original research and clinical studies. So we literally travel the world. In fact, where Muriel grew up, just outside of Paris, they are within a stone's throw of where Muriel grew up, just outside of Paris. So we're going to be visiting their facilities later, probably in April or May, when we visit Muriel's family.
I mean, nothing holds you back. You always go to the best places. Well, the finest sources.
As I always, it's funny. Someone the other day, I thought it was the craziest question. They asked me, "Do you actually take your products?" And the fact of the matter is, the only reason the company exists, I never had a plan to have a vitamin company. Right. But as an athlete, I wanted the best vitamins. And I couldn't find them in any store from any company, so I started making them for myself 41 years ago. So it still continues, because these are first and foremost for me. And I always say there's only one best way to do everything. There's only one right way to do everything. And that's how we go about making each of our products. We make sure that if we're getting phytoceramides, we are finding the best source or sources of phytoceramides in the world, and that's what we've done with this product.
And that's why Andrew's products have cumulatively tens of thousands of reviews.
More than 100,000.
Hundreds of thousands of reviews.
More than 100,000 reviews, and they average almost 4.7 stars.
It's remarkable.
So over 90% of the reviews are positive reviews, and unlike other websites out there, at HSN, these are all real reviews from real people who had to purchase the product and use the product before they can post a review. So we're very careful about that too. And
that's why we always ask you, if you have a spare moment and you love Andrew's products, please take a moment to leave a review on hsn.com. We're going to quickly segue to algal DHA.
And by the way, the phone lines have been crazy since we started here, so please be patient. We're not going to run out of anything. So you either go online, you could call back in a little bit, but we won't run out of anything, I promise.
We might be running around the studio back.
We'll run around, but we won't run out of anything. I'll run out of the studio in about an hour. So.
We're excited, though. There's a big Today's Special launching at midnight. 2 Today's Special, circulation and vein support, and of course, turmeric. Andrew, right now,